I'm ready. We can start.
Yeah,
okay, I will mute myself. Yeah.
Yeah. A warm welcome, everybody, for this Welcome Talk AMA on Telegram today. I'm Glenn, your host. Today we have joining us Digitra. We've got Rodrigo, Osmar, and Berazuk here to speak about the project. Digitra.com is a global digital assets exchange. We'll be going into that and more shortly. But before we start, guys, can you tell us about yourselves and how you got involved in the crypto industry?
Sure. I'm involved in crypto since 2011, so from the very beginning of the industry. In 2012, I bought 14 Bitcoins that cost me $4 each at the time. And I've been involved in this space and creating companies in this space since then. I founded Mercado Bitcoin, which is the largest Latin America crypto exchange, back in 2013. I was the CEO that took the company from 0 to 1.5 million clients, and I sold it 3 years ago, back in 2019, or almost 4 years ago. When I sold it, was the number one exchange in Brazil and the whole Latin America. Personally, I studied technology and started programming in the high school and started programming before that when I was 12. I went to business school in college, and then I went to financial engineering post-graduation. Now I'm taking a course called OPM in Harvard. It's an entrepreneurship course for founders and for senior entrepreneurs. In the professional side, I worked for 18 years in the traditional financial markets for local stockbrokers in Brazil, worked for the Brazilian Commodities Exchange, and my penultimate corporate job before joining crypto was at Morgan Stanley here in Brazil, where I'm based, and also I spent a lot of time in New York. Sorry, guys. I ended this corporate career at a Spanish bank called Santander, managing their electronic trade desk. In parallel, I always had some side business. So Digitra.com and its token, the GTA tokens, are my 9th enterprise so far.
Okay, thanks for the introduction, Rodrigo. I don't know whether Osmar or Berazuk want to introduce themselves, or we can move on.
We can move on. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you were an early adopter of Bitcoin. That's great. You came in at $4, so you're ahead of the curve by the looks of it. You see opportunities before it becomes mainstream, and that's amazing, Rodrigo. So give us an introduction to Digitra.com. It's a global digital assets exchange. Is it a centralized exchange or decentralized? I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Digitra.com is kind of a continuation of my career. It is a centralized exchange. Of course, I know and I use a decentralized exchange, but I do believe that centralized exchange, they will always have like some heavy space, because the centralized user interface, decentralized customer service experience, it's usually better, and decentralized systems, we can see that happen, for example, in the music industry and other industry in the market. They tend to give like a better user experience overall. As you said, we serve clients globally since the very beginning, and we kind of perform this connection of the governance of the traditional markets and the systems of the traditional market, and the innovation that crypto is bringing to the market. So just to give you an example, for the QIC, so to be able to register clients for all for every country in the world, we use a global provider that TransferWise uses. So we already have clients from more than 100 countries, and those clients are registered by the same system that TransferWise uses, and it performs like QIC and AML policies. For the custody side, we use a global provider called Fireblocks that is one of the big custody providers globally. And they like from the crypto side and from the traditional side, we were like the first crypto exchange or the first crypto company to partner with NASDAQ to build an operation using their exchange solution from scratch in the crypto space. So it took us like about a year and a half to have this agreement with NASDAQ, but it finally went through, and we are able now to use like very advanced top-notch technology to build our services to clients. Today we are 25 people in the team. We raised $1 million from me and $5 million from a family, Latin America-based family office. And now we launched our exchange 6 months ago, and we are being very successful so far. So it's been a great ride at this point.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. Yeah, I see the Digitra.com app's got over 10,000 downloads, so that's great in the first 6 months. And you've got a unique sort of trade to earn on Digitra Central Exchange. Can we go through that with investors? I think it's going to go up to 100,000. The first 100,000 that download will get so many of the DGTA tokens as well.
Yes. In our business model, we innovated when we created. So we are. First, we believe that we don't need to, for example, to build custody from scratch. The same way we don't need to build like our own cloud to store information. We use AWS. That is in the technology side. In the business side, we are anticipating some moves that probably going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years in this space. One of them is the zero commissions, the zero fee architecture. So we do not charge clients to trade in the spot market. So every client, the price that the clients put in the tape, so the price that clients put in the order book, that's what they will get. We don't charge any fee, and we don't charge any spread in any of the pairs or any product in the spot market. So that's an innovation that we brought, that we anticipate that this market is going to offer in 3 to 5 years. Another one that we kind of copied from the decentralized markets is the creation of our own token. So we had created the DGTA token, and we are using that token as an incentive for clients to trade with us. So additionally to have zero fees, every day we distribute 15,000 tokens among all the users that have traded in the platform that day. So additionally to not paying commissions to us, we do pay clients using our tokens to trade with us. So that's the structure we call trade to earn. So we create an incentive for people to bring us their liquidity, and we pay for that liquidity in tokens. So we kind of inverted the logic in the traditional crypto exchange. So instead of clients paying us, we pay them to bring their liquidity to us. This is something that already happens in most of the exchanges, of the exchange paying someone to bring liquidity. But usually they pay two or three market participants that are called market makers. So what we did is like we get that business model and took it to an extreme, and we pay every client that trades with us, and we pay them every day. That's the trade to earn model.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. And I'm wondering what sort of tokens and stable coins are available on the central exchange of Digitra. Central exchange.
Yeah. Okay. So today we have Ether, Bitcoin, and you can trade them in dollars. And by dollars, I mean USDC and USDT. We are adding new pairs of dollars. We are also adding local coins. So we started by Brazil. You can trade those coins using Brazilian real. And now we are in next week, you're going to start the process of adding new coins to the platform. So we want during the month of March, we want to add between 20 and 30 new coins. So we're gonna be able to add like Matic, gonna be able to add Doge, or you're gonna be able to add Polygon. So most of the blockchains we already have support. We're gonna add new coins and add new tokens on the next month, and we should end the year with more than 100 tokens listed. So we created an infrastructure. It took a lot of time to create an infrastructure that allows us to add tokens automatically without depending on technology teams. So that's ready. So we should be adding tokens very frequently, maybe daily, in the next weeks and months.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. And you've got so if I want to register on the central exchange, you've got Verif, which is an AI-powered identity verification and KYC solution. So would I just like Binance take a picture, show my passport or driving license, and then I'm registered on the central exchange?
Yes, exactly. And additionally to that, we use them. So every withdrawal that you do in the exchange needs to do a face match as well. Some people Some people don't like it because it can be seen as aggressive to their security, for example, because we are requiring a photo every time you want to withdraw something. But that avoids like account hijacking. That avoids people of stealing your funds. So every time, if someone gets access to your credentials, if someone gets access to your user password, they won't be able to withdraw from the platform yet, because you need to prove that it's you that's withdrawing the funds from the platform. So every withdrawal we require a face match as well.
I see, Rodrigo. And you've got Fireblocks. That's an insurance policy that covers digital assets. So is that in case of a hack or anything, investors on the platform will be insured?
Yeah, so we do have a 30 million policy insurance and to be able to get that policy, we had to set up like a secure account with them, with Fireblocks, and prove to the insurer that we had the proper security measures in place. So in case of we got hacked, we have a insurance that covers up to $30 million, which is more than enough it's necessary for us to cover every client funds to date.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. And I was wondering what the security is built around the central exchange.
Yeah, so of course, like we never can go very deeply on the details, but what I can say is that when we segregate the funds, so we have in the process, The QIC is a segregated process from the trading, and that's segregated from the custody. That's part of the security strategy that we are adopting. So we are getting the best providers, we are getting the best solutions, and we are not creating or recreating like custody from scratch ourselves. That's part of the security. When we partner with Nasdaq, or we have to hire insurance for our services, we are required to do like a lot of security steps to make sure that we're gonna get hacked in the first day of the operation. So we've been up and running for 6 months. It's been working. So Nasdaq requires, for example, to take some security certifications to be able to run the operation. The same thing, the insurer requires us to take some measures to not get hacked in the wallet, the insurer and the custody provider. And additionally to that, myself, as I told you guys, I created a crypto exchange, a centralized crypto exchange that it's up and running. It's still one of the biggest in South America. We never got hacked. Security is the main business. I think the name of the game in a crypto exchange is security. So I take it very seriously. I use the same providers that some of the providers that I used to use when I was in banks and in financial industry. So there's no such thing as like 100% safe environment in crypto space. Neither centralized nor decentralized. But I think we were one of the best in terms of how we deal with those issues and subjects.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. And so as an investor, if I register and do my KYC, I think I receive 100 DGTA tokens at the moment. And then in the future, you'll need to hold X amount of tokens to get zero fee trading. So if I join today, I'd be able to get the 0 fee trading from them 100 tokens.
Yeah. Exactly. Every client up to the client number 100,000 will receive enough tokens to get the 0 fees. After the client number 100,000, the new clients will have to start buying tokens from the markets to have the 0 fee. So the logic here is that we expect with the first 100,000 clients, we're gonna build like we are already building a meaningful liquidity in the market, offering 0 fee or 0 commission, 0 trading fee for all the clients up to the 100,000 clients. After that, our bet is that new clients are going to be willing to pay a small amount and buy tokens to have the 0 fees. So they will have an incentive to buy the tokens and have the 0 fee, to have access to the liquidity that you and everybody that enters in the very beginning, you guys are gonna, and us, we are creating this liquidity, and that liquidity will be available for the other clients since they buy a little bit of the token.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. And let's go into the DGTA tokenomics breakdown, and what's the sort of timeline for the launch of the token?
Yeah, so the token is already minted in the Stellar network. We first started by Stellar because I've been involved in the Stellar project since it was in stealth mode, and I know how serious it is, and its evolution, its roadmap. But Osmar, that's here, he's also already working to launch the token in some other blockchain, some other platform. Very likely it's going to be Polygon, but we still didn't decide yet. We didn't give the final word, but it's probably going to be Polygon. During the month of March and April and beginning of May, we're gonna be doing a pre-sale, and most of the money from the pre-sale is gonna be spent on marketing and on building the new products. And by new products, I mean that's gonna be staking, perpetual futures and options. So that's the plan. We're gonna enter the derivatives markets, and the proceeds of the pre-sale are going to be used on market and those new products. And in May, mid-May, we're gonna have the token being traded in our platform. So you're gonna start by trading it at Digitra, and then we already have a plan to expand to list it in some other exchanges. So that's the plan for the launch. The tokenomic side, the token, in the very beginning, the main use of the token is assessing the zero fee structure of the exchange, and also we use it as an incentive for clients. So as you said, everybody that registered up to the client number, from the client 0 to the client 1,000, every client received 200 tokens to register and do the KYC with us. Now that we are between the client 1,000 and 100 and 10,000, clients receive 100 tokens per KYC. And so the token today is used as an incentive for people to do KYC with us and to give us their trades, their flow. So every day we distribute 50,000 tokens among those guys that trade with us. So everybody that trades receives some amount of tokens. And in the mid-term and in the long term, we expect to give discounts in the staking and the derivatives products, and also in the fees that we're gonna charge from the very high frequency users that use the platform. So that's how the ecosystem of the token works, and we will be working on the next years.
I see, Rodrigo. So will the DCA token have a utility attached to the central exchange?
Could you ask again? There's some noise.
Will the token have utilities attached to the central exchange in the future?
Yeah. So today it's the main utility is the discount in the platform, zero fee access to the spot market. In the future, that utility will continue. And after the client number 100,000, people have to buy tokens to have access to the zero fee structure, zero fee liquidity. And in the future, later this year and beginning next year, people will have discounts in the staking and in the derivatives market. And by derivatives, I mean the perpetual futures, the options markets. They will have discounts proportional to the number of tokens they are holding. Those are the main utilities I can talk about now.
Very, very ridiculous. So going back to the zero fee trading, is there any profit built into the central exchange, or are you going to wait till you have 100,000 subscribers exchange, and then profits will be introduced, and you'll use that for? I think you're going to planning to burn up to 50% of the supply of the token as well in the future.
Could you ask again? Sorry, man. There's like some bird, and
Sure.
I can't hear. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just asking about the zero fee trading. So is there no profits built into the central exchange at the moment? Are you waiting until you've got 100,000 people that have downloaded the central exchange and are using it? And if there is profits, what will that be used for? I know you're planning a burn of up to 50% of the supply of the token in the future.
Yeah. So we're gonna. The zero fee is first. The zero fee is gonna happen only for the spot market, so not for the staking, for the derivatives, or for any other product that we add to the platform. So it's an incentive for people to give us their liquidity and to create a major liquidity in the platform. We are going to start burning tokens, doing burns when we reach some milestones, like 10,000 clients, 100,000 clients. So we're gonna be able to burn tokens from the market, and that tends to that will reduce the amount of tokens, and somehow give incentive for people to invest in it as early as possible. I don't know if I answered your question right, because there was some noise.
Yeah, Rodrigo. Yeah.
Okay,
that's great. And I was wondering, with the trade to earn, so if I'm trading on the platform as well, I'm going to get some of the DGTA tokens as well, just for trading on the central exchange.
Yes, exactly. So it's an incentive, the same way that like Uniswap and most of the decentralized platform, they create a token, and that they use those tokens to give an incentive for clients to trade or use or to use the decentralized platform. We had done the same in a centralized exchange. So every day we distribute 15,000 tokens. Out of those, we have minted 300 million tokens, and we won't be able to mint more. So out of those 300 million tokens, every day we distribute 15,000 tokens among those that have traded. 25% of the tokens we divided by the number of people that have traded that day. So everybody get the same incentive. So 25% is divided equally among those that have traded that day. The remaining 75%, we distribute accordingly the amounts traded by each traded that day. So we give an incentive for people to trade at least once with us every day, and we do have people that are doing that already. And we have created an incentive with the remaining 75% for people to trade the more they can every day to receive those tokens. So additionally to not paying any commission to us, they are going to be paid proportionally to the volume that they are trading with us every day.
Okay, it's a great incentive for investors, and to build up the central exchange with everything that you're offering there for investors on the platform. That's great, Rodriguez. And going into the staking, will you be able to stake? Did you say that's coming in the future for the DGTA token? And how will the staking work for investors? Is it going to be locked, unlocked staking? What will be the APR and the APY on the token?
Yeah, this is something that is still open. we did not put how our staking is going to happen in the white paper, because we still want to see how the market is going to behave. It has been changing a lot since we first planned the token and the economics and the tokenomics that happen here. So we still don't know and how we're gonna do with those the GTA staking, the GTA token. We still don't know how we're gonna proceed with this stake and how and when we're gonna start implementing it. It's still an open question.
Okay, fair enough. Very good. And going back to futures, you mentioned there, has that been implemented on the central exchange yet? And if it hasn't, or if it has, what's the multiplier? Is it like 10 times, 20 times for day traders?
Yeah, there are two approaches that we can follow here, and I'm still thinking about which one we're gonna proceed. One is the unregulated approach. So because it's unregulated, it's easier, and we can offer more leverage, and we can take higher risks. It's very tricky, because if you start by doing unregulated futures on regulated derivatives, it's very hard then to convert to some sort of a regulated offer. The other one is the regulated, and usually you should take much less risks. You should allow a much lower leverage. That's, for example, the difference that we see from what Coinbase offers and Huobi and the other centralized crypto exchange offer in terms of leverage. But I don't think and that's one a personal opinion, we won't be offer more than 20 times leverage for retail clients, no matter the solution that we get. Much more than that, I think it puts us under a very high risk exposure, us as the company, and I don't think that that's the kind of risk that I'm willing to take in the short term.
Okay, fair enough, Rodrigo. And going back to the NASDAQ, and that's the first digital assets exchange to use NASDAQ Universal Matching Service Engine globally. So is that the UI interface that you're using for the central exchange platform?
So talking about this agreement with them, it's so, as I told you, it makes, for example, if you're creating a new company, no matter the market, it makes no sense for today to create a cloud, to have your own data center instead of using AWS or some or Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure Cloud. So the same way, it doesn't make sense setting up your own email server. Most of 99.9% of the cases, they don't require that. And the same rationale applies to a crypto exchange. So if you are here in 2023 creating a new crypto exchange, it doesn't make sense like to create a lot of technologies, and one of them is the match engine. The match engine, for those who don't know, is the software that matches buys and sells in a very high frequency. So 100 times per second, 1,000 times per second, 10,000 times per second. When I created this project, the project of Digitra.com, I was at this OPM course, the entrepreneurship course. And I got the sense that it makes no sense to build a match engine from scratch, because we have a lot of matching engines that were already developed in the world. What I wrote down the business plan. I went to the major stock exchanges globally. Like I went to Australia, I went to Europe, some guys here in America, in US and Mexico, and we end up getting a lot of engagement with Nasdaq, and we were able to see that with some tweaks, with some changes in their software, they would be able to adapt that software to the crypto market. They were at the time looking. They were at the time looking for the crypto market. They were seeing an opportunity, but they were very, very skeptical on the how that would affect their brands, for their Nasdaq brand, and I was able to show them the business plan and to show them the security measures, to show them what we wanted to do. And we were able, after 1 year and a half, we were able to get to agreement. So it's basically it is a technology agreement where they provide us their matching engine technology, so we can use them and somehow they gave us like a very good agreement on that. But we at the same time we have the compromise to help them to adapt the system for other clients in the crypto space. So long story short, that's the agreement that we have with them.
Okay, Rodrigo, it makes perfect business sense. You know, if there's a great software package out there you can use, why build your own from scratch and spend a fortune? You know, just use what's really popular and works on the market today, definitely. I mean, we've come a long way since 2014 when the early exchanges were sort of 1990s teletext, sort of, very basic. And so going into the marketing plans for the future, what you're looking to do over the next quarter to promote Digitra.com, and is there any like referral system as well for investors or influencers to bring people to the Digitra.com app, central exchange?
Yeah, so today we have a Telegram community that's getting a lot of traction. So most of the activity in English happens in our Telegram and Discord community. So I'll just take the chance here to ask people to join us, and we're gonna have an AMA right after here in our Telegram community. So in terms of marketing, we are somehow ending the first quarter of the year, but I can anticipate some things to you. So we have the pre-sale of the token that is gonna happen starting now in March, and it's gonna happen up to May. And Osmar, that is here with us, he's the one that's managing the tokenomics, the everything regarding the tokens. I didn't give the chance to Osmar to introduce himself, but Osmar is, I know him like for more than 20 years now, and he was an equity analyst at Goldman Sachs. So he has a bachelor and master degrees in economics. So it's playing with creating our token has been like a very great experience with him. So that's one thing that we're going to be doing for the next 3 months. And in terms of spreading the word about us, in the product side, we just launched our APIs. So now we're going to have people that have like automated software to trade in exchange. They'll be able to connect to us. We started with only one Android and iOS app. Now, after 6 months, we are releasing our public APIs and our trading screen, so people will be able to trade in their computers in their PCs. So that's in terms of products. We have our ambassador program going live starting next week. So we were able to get like fans and people that want to be involved in the project from many different countries. You got like 300 people interested in engaging our ambassador project that is still open, but we're gonna have the first ambassadors in Asia and Middle East starting next week. So there's a lot of things happening at the same time on the distribution of the company and getting to get people to know us this year. So I think it's been a great year. We have the app downloaded from most of the countries. People doing KYC from every continent. It's been even in this crypto winter it's been very tough for most of the crypto companies. It's been a great launch for us so far.
Awesome, Rodrigo. Yeah, it's always great to build in a bear market. You know, you've got that time when there's a bull market. There's no time to sort of innovate and
exactly.
And yeah. So you're doing it all at the right time and ready for the bull market for the future. I think 223 is going to be far better than 222. It couldn't get any worse than last year. So onwards and upwards. But let's open up to community investor questions. Let's see, Syed, you had a question for Rodrigo at Digitra. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Glenn. Okay, so I was wondering, people around the world can register on the Digitra exchange, or it is restricted in some region or countries, and also which regions support P2P withdrawals to the bank?
Yeah, so it's a global exchange, but we do have like some restrictions, like OFAC restrictions. So we are not allowed to trade in Afghanistan. We are not allowed to trade in US. We are not allowed to trade some other restricted countries, but most of them we are allowed to do it. We are already taking institutional clients, and it's just going to our website, clicking in the private OTC link and filling the form. And we're gonna start the process of registering your entity. Regarding withdrawing to local banks, that is something that we already started, but we only have Brazil today because most part of the team is based in Brazil, and it's a market that the team knows. So it's already working. The withdrawals in Brazil for bank accounts in Brazil is already working, and but we are already talking to partners to start withdrawing to clients in other countries.
Okay, understood. Okay, so in the data safety section of the Google Play Store, it states that Digitra app may share user personal data, including their names, photo files, device, and other IDs with other companies or organization. So could you explain why the app collects this information and with whom it will be shared and for what purposes?
Okay, yeah, sure. We are we most of the jurisdictions we are required to keep the information on the usage of the app because of local. We have the data protection laws from Europe. We have the data protection laws from in most of the countries now. So we have to keep that information. We have so for the in the security side, we do one practice that's very common. That's getting the location from clients to know where they are where they're based, and do the security checks based on location. So let's suppose that in one day you are located in in Mexico in the same day, and one new connection comes from Middle East, and the following day from Australia. That's a huge red flag in terms of security. So the location we get for that type of proposal. So mostly let's suppose we do have to keep the information of trades and client information because of law enforcement. So most of the crypto projects and crypto exchanges today, they are required to disclosure in case they have like some letter from a judge, some requirement from any requirement from law enforcement. We need to provide that information to local law forces, no matter where they are based. So mostly security, law enforcement, and data protection laws is the usage.
Understood. Thank you so much. Over to you, Glenn.
Okay, man.
Thank you for the question, Saya. Let's move to Western Beast. You had a question there for Rodrigo at Digitra. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Okay, so I actually just downloaded your app, but I couldn't get past the email verification page. I've actually been refreshing my email, and I'm yet to receive that confirmation. When I tried sending the code, it was actually declined, saying that I had already made a request to get a confirmation code. Is there a possible solution to this?
Okay.
Attention. And
no, go ahead. Sorry.
Is there an avenue? Is there an avenue where one could actually, first register from your website and maybe then verify themselves through your app?
Yeah, that's an issue that we are aware of. I think the best way would be you just reach us via the web, our support desk via the app if it's showing up a support, or via the website. If those don't work, just come to our Telegram group, digita.com Telegram group, and reach to me or reach to Osmar that's here, and we're gonna be able to solve to you. That's unfortunately that's an issue that we are working on already.
Okay, did that answer? I think we might have lost Western there. Let's move on to Aisha. You had a question for Rodrigo at Digitra. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. I want to ask which crypto wallets are supported by Digitra exchange?
So by crypto wallet, you mean you want to connect your wallet to the exchange, or do you want to know the coins that we already support? Like, do you want to use your MetaMask, or could you be more specific, a little bit more specific?
I mean, for connecting to exchange.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The best way, like to use the way to use us is if you wanna, for example, deposit Tether, Bitcoin, Ether, or any coin that we support. And today we support about 5 coins, but we're gonna be 35 by the end of March. It's just transferring your coins from your wallet to our exchange. So when you create an account and get verified, we create individual wallets for you on one Bitcoin wallet, one Ether wallet, one USDT wallets, for example. some exchange, for example, they allow you to connect external wallets like Ledger or MetaMask, but we don't offer that service. So every time that you're gonna use us, you have to transfer your crypto or your stable coins from your wallet to the exchange.
Understood. I was also wondering, is Digitra Exchange user interface designed for experienced traders, or users who are new to crypto trading can also leverage Digitra Exchange features?
Yeah, so that's a very tricky thing for crypto exchange, because they usually have to have both experiences. They have to have experience for experienced traders. For example, in Coinbase, they used to call the experienced traders experience as a Coinbase Pro, and Coinbase was the retail experience. Binance has the same. They have the Binance Pro and the Binance initial experience. We are doing pretty much the same. So today, most of the experience is not for traders. So it's for people entering the market, or for intermediate knowledge of the market. But I'm already talking to some possible partners to have a deep trading experience for traders, and we also have like a focus on the trading API. So we see the APIs as a business unit per se, and we know that many of the professional platforms at some point will connect it to our APIs and be able to offer a very detailed advanced experience to our clients. But today, the experience it appeals more to people in the beginner and the intermediate levels of trading.
All right, that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you so much for answering.
Thank you, Asha, for asking.
Thanks for the questions, Aisha. And I was wondering, Rodrigo, if you have like educational resources for new investors that haven't used a central exchange before.
You mean educational in our website? You mean, right?
Yeah, well, maybe like YouTube explanations on how to open a central exchange wallet, for any new investors that join the platform.
Yeah, we do have some material in our blog. So if you go to digitra.com and click in the blog, the name of the blog is DG Fresh. There's some information on it. In YouTube or in general, I've seen a lot of material, but I don't recommend any specific one. When I used to watch them, it was very long time ago. So, but I'm pretty sure that if people just go to YouTube or some video platform and put there how to trade in a crypto exchange, they will be able to find it. And we do have some information in our blog as well.
Okay, great, Rodrigo. Yeah, I'm just thinking as we go sort of mainstream and gain mass adoption, it'd be great for new investors. A lot of central exchanges offer that sort of detail for new investors to sign up.
Yeah.
Let's go back to community investor questions. Let's see, Venice, you had a question for Rodrigo. Digitra, go ahead.
Yeah, Ben, thank you. Okay, as you guys have a trade to earn mechanism, this is some unique kind of mechanism in the exchange. So it got me thinking that, is there any plan to introduce a large jackpot for that trade to earn mechanism and implement a leaderboard for trading competitions that reward users for achieving high trading volumes or making successful trades on the platform?
Yeah, it's somehow it's already like that, Vanish. So the way it works today, every day we distribute the same amount of tokens among everybody that have traded that specific day. So every day we distribute 15,000 tokens, and of those 15,000 tokens, 25% of them we distribute equally among everybody. So that means that almost it's 25% of 50,000 is 3,750. So every day we distribute almost 4,000 tokens divided by the number of people that had traded that day. So everybody gets exactly the same, but that's 25% of the tokens. The remaining 75%, approximately more or less 11,000 tokens, we distribute according to the volume. So if you trade one, you get the proportionally you get one. If you trade a million, you get the proportionally to that 1 million. So more or less 100,000 tokens every day. We distribute them in the proportion of the volume traded. So that's how it works today. It's working well so far. So we don't plan to change it in the short term. So, but let's see how it goes with the volumes of clients increasing the platform, the volumes of trades increasing in the platform. But so far, we don't plan to change that mechanics.
Okay, I understand that. And one more thing, I have a question regarding how new tokens will be listed on the Digitra. I mean, is there any plan to enable users to take part in programs like initial exchange offerings, and that can allow users to earn rewards by completing specific tasks, such as creating a specific trading volume, holding tokens, and giving them a chance to win a large number of tokens as a reward, with the option of getting their initial investment back if they don't succeed?
Yeah, so that's one product that didn't talk about here in the EMA, but I myself am creating and designing a listing, what I call listing products, and by listing products I mean that some other exchanges like Binance, they have the launch pad, but it's very hard to get your token launched in a launch pad. So I'm trying to, the same way that I set the fees to zero, we set the fees to zero, we created the trade to earn incentive. I've been working very hard on how to design a listing products that people will be able to join exactly the way that you are describing. Companies and people creating tokens, they will be able to list the tokens, their tokens, without bureaucracy or very easily. But there are some points like how to avoid, for example, scams, how to avoid people of getting their resources stolen by criminal projects. This is something that I still didn't. I was not able to find a solution yet. But this is something, the listing project, and with incentives in tokens, as you describe it. This is something that I'm working already. But I still don't have a date to launch it. But I think that if I get it right, it would be a game changer in the industry as well.
Okay, that's great. And thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thank you, Venice.
Okay. Thanks very much for the questions, Menace. Unfortunately, we're running out of time today. It's been great speaking to Rodrigo from Digitra. They're building something great here with a central exchange, and there's some great business ideas to grow the platform to over 100,000 traders by using the trade to earn on Digitra central exchange. So you'll get you'll get tokens from their native token for trading, and also just for doing the KYC, you'll get 100 tokens also. So it's definitely something community investors can check out, and we'll be keeping an eye on your central exchange as it grows in the future. Rodrigo, it's been great speaking to you today. As we say, Whalecoin Talks for crypto education and research. We recommend you check out the website white paper, and if anyone's got any more questions, join their official socials. We've got the links there in our main chat. We've got the links for the Telegram website, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Discord, and LinkedIn there. And also the Play Store and the App Store there if you want to download and try the central exchange out for yourself. Thank you very much for coming today, Rodrigo. It's been great speaking to you.
Thank you very much, Glenn. It was a great conversation. I love your questions. I love the questions from the audience. I just ask people to give us a try. Go there to the app, download the app in the stores, and do the KYC. Get the 100 tokens before it diminishes to 50 tokens in the future. Trade a little bit and give us feedback. We gained a lot of feedbacks, useful feedbacks from users. We do expect to be one of the major players in the ecosystem, like in 2 to 3 years, and things are going very well. So I'm very thankful for everybody that already joined the project, and I'll be answering some more questions in our Telegram group. So thank you again, Glenn. It was great talking to you guys.
Thank you for coming, Rodrigo. Take care. I'll finish the recording, send over a copy for you to share with your community, and I'll send that into the main chat for anyone who wants.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Glenn.